Well, good morning, Shreya. Thanks for taking the time out of your schedule before work today to have this conversation about how you and I worked together, starting, I guess, about 5 years ago. And just remind me again, how did we first connect?
I went to a job fair in Princeton and you were hosting it. And I remember going to all the tables and talking to them at the very end. I was talking to you about how I was a recent graduate, or like I'm about to graduate next year and I'm, like already starting to prepare to talk to recruiters and everything. So I needed help. And then you offered your services and you took upon your offer. So.
So you had just finished up your junior year, and just your academic major and what you were looking for, what you thought you were looking for, and then how the work that we did kind of either clarified that or steered it in a slightly different direction. If you could comment on that.
Yeah, so I definitely think I was lowballing myself for a majority of my career at college. I didn't realize until I met you and then talking to you that my experiences in the class I was taking was valuable and I was shooting too low and that I had to get my sights higher. So, like, working with you really helped me just gain confidence and just know that my experience is enough to get the careers that I would want to. And it honestly helped me explore new options because I thought my options were so small. But after meeting with you, like I realized, okay, I could definitely go for other opportunities. So
So we did your resume, if I remember right. We did your LinkedIn profile, and then it was like, okay, have at it. And I think we did some interview coaching later on. I'm trying to remember here. It's so, but
yeah.
the if you remember, if you can speak to that and speak to the outcome and the result that you achieved after you graduated during COVID, if I remember right, in
Mhm.
2020. Okay, so go ahead.
Yeah, so we worked on building my resume and cleaning it up and having valuable information on there, and also editing my LinkedIn profile so that, more people, and using keywords so more recruiters would message me and they would find me and just present myself better. I didn't realize that keywords were a big deal until we did this workshop. So that really helped. The formatting of the resume was also nice to have because I was using something from, Canva or anything I found online. But an engineering resume is much more specific and focuses more on like technical words and just overall format. So I still use that format to this day, like when I update my resume and everything, which is really nice to have. And the result of that was obviously being more appealing to recruiters. They were definitely more interested. They were like, "Oh, you have a lot of good qualities that we're looking for," and they picked up on things that I didn't know would catch their eye. So it was nice to include that to get their attention.
And where did you land in 2020, which was a direct result of the work we did, and what's been happening in the 4 years since? I mean, we've had conversations in between here, so this is one of those things where it's like it's so cool from my perspective to kind of get you started running around the track in the right lane so that
Yeah.
you can, upgrade both your compensation, your responsibilities, and your contributions as you go forward. So if you just kind of speak to where the initial landing spot was and then what's happened since then.
Yeah, so I started working at a pharmaceutical consulting company, and I was supposed to start working as an automation engineer from the get-go, but because of COVID, I had to kind of switch gears and take a step back and work as a project coordinator. So not exactly technical, but I gained other soft skills through this consulting company, and
Such as soft
oh,
skills, such as
such as like communicating with people on like deadlines and everything, especially because I was really young and they were a lot older than me. I had to know how to talk to them properly. So that was good. I brushed up on more skills like data analytics, getting documentation data and sending that to the managers and telling them, okay, this is what needs to be done still. You guys didn't catch that. So that really helped.
mm-hmm.
And I was able, and then later on, when I was looking for an automation engineer role through the consulting company as well, I was able to take the um, project coordinator things that I did and kind of twist it in a way that was helpful to me as an automation engineer.
Hmm.
So that experience was a good foundation for me to land a job in as an automation engineer too. So and now I'm working as an automation engineer. And a lot of the recruiters have said that my experience as a project coordinator was very appealing to them too, especially in the ways that I worded it.
What you're working on today, and I don't have to be specific about it, but the kinds of work that you're doing, and have there been any promotions in the 4 years that you've been with this organization?
Yeah, so I'm working as an automation engineer, which is I work in the control system for pharmaceutical equipment and processes. So I help with the code that makes the equipment run according to the recipes and everything. So that's been really nice. And again, as you said, I'm based in Boston, which is like the one of the pharmaceutical hubs. So it's cool to be here.
Right.
And in the next few years, like 5 years, I really hope to stay technical and then kind of work my way up to being a senior automation engineer,
Hmm.
and then hopefully also like do mentorship for automation because there's not as many to, and it's difficult to learn when you don't have the system in front of you too. So just helping other people kind of gain like find other opportunities to gain experience in automation is what I would want to do.
Which is great. And any thoughts or recommendations for those who may be seeing this video and considering working through the process that I do and working with me personally? Any thoughts you might have on that?
Yeah, I really enjoyed working with you because it really boosted my confidence, and I think that's what you really need to stand out and at the end of the day land a job. Because without confidence, like if you don't have it yourself, then the recruiter is not going to have confidence in you to get the job done. So working with you really opened my eyes to what skill sets I've had are enough and like what I needed to build on further. So it really showed like the things I already had and I was really good at, and the things that I did need to add to my skill set, or like we called it toolbox. So
Right.
that was really nice. Like, and yeah, it's definitely helpful aside from, the resumes and everything, just having a bond and knowing that, okay, there's someone out there looking out for me and like supporting me while I'm going through this difficult process was really helpful, and like constantly reminding me, no, like your experience is good. Like, sorry, this didn't work out, but there'll be another opportunity that rolls around because your experience is speaks for itself.
I thank you again for your time this morning and look forward to keeping in contact in terms of wherever other career moves you might be considering through the years. I say this to my clients. As long as I can get on a Zoom call and open my mouth, I can be your career development and leadership coach for life. And you got a whole lot more days ahead of you likely than I do. So let's keep the conversation open. And again, thanks for taking the time this morning.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.